under threat because Burnley was struggling at that time, and Man City were in the pomp and they'd come to Turf Moor, and I was basically advised that if I look at the City fans, if I acknowledge City fans, he was going to knock me out basically. And Stan was pretty true to his word in those days in that type of thing. So City actually won the game 6-0. Yeah, one of those where I think Sean Golders scored 3 or 4.
You were cheering for them.
Well, I was clenching my fist every time he scored. Put it that way, But one of those.
That night.
Yeah. One of the Burnley players got injured, and I went over to treat him and to make sure that he was okay. And he was quite bad injured, so we got him stretchered off, and I had to go past the City fans to come back. And one or two of the City fans clocked me and said, "Wow, it's Paul Lake there," and they started singing the name, and they were singing "Your best player's the physio." So that was the longest. It was the longest walk from the side of the pitch all the way around to the dugout where Stan was waiting. He was like a blue bottle banging against a window. He was that incensed that fans were singing that, and I walked round and I honestly thought he was going to punch me. And I just stood next to him, and he was absolutely fuming. But luckily, I got away.
Did they not sing "Lakey Lakey was away" when you waved to them?
Well, I gave him a Mr. Bean wave, one of those little subtle ones, it's one of those. But I couldn't obviously make a big deal of it.
Tell us what you're doing now. You work for the Premier League. What do you do?
Well, I work as a club support manager. I'm working with 3 fantastic academies. I work with Sunderland, Everton, and Manchester City. And I support them in different guises, from supporting them in terms of working with the players, working with the coaches, working with the performance, making sure the players' education is all up to speed. But the thing is, the Premier League are lambasted at times for different things, and there's too much to go into. But suffice it to say that in terms of academy football, the boys are treated really well, and there is a real sense of the values of being a good person as well as being a footballer, and try and give the boys the skill set and the appreciation of the life outside of football, because not everyone's going to make it, and the importance of having an education, and the importance of being part of the community, and making them realise that it's a sacrifice, it's a wonderful life, but at the same time not everyone's going to make it, and how are you going to deal with that? And that's something else that we as club support managers support the players.
Can I ask about the boot room culture? And I don't know whose boots you used to clean when you were an apprentice back in those days, but I always remember Frank Lampard, John Terry spoken really lucidly about this, and they believe something's missing, that connection is missing, because the young kids these days, they don't have to clean the first team pro boots. You don't have that kind of relationship with the senior pro where you can ask them if they sort of deign to speak to you, you get an opportunity to ask them about their career or something about their game and their experiences, and they just don't exist anymore, and they believe something's missing from the game. Do you feel that way about it?
Yeah, I do get a sense of that. Obviously, some of the clubs, but you say that. The Sunderland scholars, they clean boots, and they take cleaning gear with them every home game and every away game. They'll sweep the changing rooms and make sure it's tidy before they go, and that's the responsibility of individuals. And there's a real sense of respect and real values of Sunderland. It's in different guises at different clubs. Certainly at Everton, they have a real respect for the shirt and for being proud to conduct themselves in the correct way. And the same with Manchester City, but it's just the fact that you go to the CFA, the City Football Academy, and it's like a different world compared to most academies, and it's that